Hi guys, welcome to another video. Welcome to another Elementor video. And in this video, you will learn how to create this stylish looking header menu animation, which will look something like this. If you want to add this cool looking animation to your Elementor website, make sure to watch the complete video. Comment on the video below if you're unable to implement that. Will definitely help you out via the comments. And without further ado, let's get into the screen to add this stylish looking header animation.
Hi guys, welcome back to Websense Pro. Welcome back to another tutorial video. In this video, I'll show you how to make this incredible animated side menu in your Elementor website. This is not just an unusual hamburger menu. When you click on the button here is an incredible animation. You can see the cool transitions of the button and the items. Also, here are some nice hover effect with arrows and underlines. So let's not wait and jump into the screen and learn how to make this animated side menu. First of all, what you need to do is you need to click templates here and click theme builder. Okay, now here from the left hand side you guys can see the header option. Just click the header here. Okay, so my first step is to add a container here. So we'll click this plus sign, choose a flexbox container, and let's just choose this container, the direction column. Okay, first of all, the content width needs to be full width. Okay, min height needs to be 115. Okay, and okay, let's just drag an image widget from our left hand side. We'll drag an image widget. Okay, let's choose our logo. This image widget is for our logo here. So let's now add our logo here. Okay, now we need to do some settings for the logo. But first of all, let's scroll down and link our logo to custom URL and site URL so that you can link it to our home page. Okay, so now let's do some styling here. The height of the logo needs to be 35 px. Okay, and width needs to be okay. Let's make it auto so we can adjust it automatically. Okay, now we'll choose the parent container here. Okay, and let's now set its direction to row and align items to the center here. Okay, now from the left hand side, we'll search for a container widget here and drag it after this. Now let's open Navigator so that we can easily select the things. Okay, here we want a button. So for that, let's search for a button widget and drag it in here. Okay, let's do some settings here. First of all, let's choose the container and change its content width to full width. Okay, let's make it px first and 110 px. The min height needs to be 45 px. Okay, and what else we can do is we'll go to advanced and remove the padding here. Okay, perfect. Now we'll scroll down and change its position to absolute. Okay, and horizontal orientation towards right. And let's make it 35 here. And from the top, 35 px. Okay, also add a z index value of 20. And let's see how it looks. Okay, so it's in the right position here. Now let's change the button text here. Let's choose the button and change its text to menu. Okay, now let's do some styling for the button. The typography needs to be okay. Let's make it enter. Let's change the text color. Okay, let's make the size 18. Okay, let's see what text color we can make. We'll make the text color to black here and the color of the background to be light green. Okay, looks good. Now again we'll open the navigator so that we can select that stuff easily. The container in which we have the button, the gap here needs to be 0. So let's see. Okay, now let's see how it looks. Okay, perfect. Now here we need to add another container here, so we'll select for a container widget and drag it here the way we did before. Okay, let's open navigator so that we can place it where we want to. Okay, so this is our container here. We'll place it after the button. This is the parent container, and in this parent container we have two separate containers here. Make sure you don't add the container within this container, otherwise it won't work the way we want. Okay, now for this container the content width needs to be full width. Okay, and let's make it px first and 480 px. Let's go to advanced here. Let's scroll down and change its position to absolute. The offset value needs to be 10 to the right and from the top 10 as well. Okay, the z index value needs to be lower than the one which we have set for the button container here. So we'll make it 10. For the button we make it the z index value to 20 here. Okay, now for this container we'll go to style here. Instead of background we need to add a background overlay here. So let's add a background overlay, classic, and we'll add the same color which we have set for this button here. Let me show you guys for this button here. So we'll select the same color here. Okay, so the background overlay color needs to be okay, perfect. You can see the difference between the two color. We have added the same color here, but the difference is there. Okay, again we'll go to style, background overlay, and we'll change the opacity to 1. Okay, and what else we can do is close this background overlay and open this border here. Okay, and border radius needs to be 23 all sides. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to add a container here in this which we have added here. Okay, so let's add a container here. So in this container what we need to do is we need to add our icon list. So let's search for an icon list from our left hand side. Okay, let's add the icon list here. The first item is the project and the icon is an arrow here. Let's add this. Okay, similarly we'll add the icon list. Now you guys can see that I have added the icon list here. Let's open navigator so that we can select the stuff easily. Okay, now I'll select the icon list. Now the space between the elements needs to be, let's see. Okay, this looks good. Okay, we can do the adjustment once we have done all the settings here. Okay, so let's change the icon color now. I'll change the icon color to black. Okay, and oops. Again, choose the icon list. Now change the text color to jet black. Okay, now the typography. Let's change it to this one. Okay, looks good. Okay, now I think further we need settings and we'll do it afterwards. Let's change the weight to 500. Okay, looks perfect. Now we'll add another icon list here in this container here. So for that, we'll search for an icon list here and drag it below this icon list. Okay, so let's drag it here. And here, this one is for the social icons. So we'll add all the social icons here. Okay, so now I have added all the icon list for the social icons here. Just the text only, we don't need any icons. So let's go to style here and the space between needs to be 7. Now we'll choose the top container here in which we have both the icon list. Okay, we'll go to advanced here and here you guys can see the margin option. Okay, we will increase the top margin to 113 here. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, what else we can do is let's change its padding here. To the right, we want it to be 25, the bottom to be 50 and left to be 50 here. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, now we'll go to layouts here and the gap needs to be 0. So let's change its gap here. Okay, now we need some spacing here in between these two. So let's add some space here. We'll add the layout and the margin top to a higher number. Let's see. First link the values, make it 50. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, now we have done all the settings here. We need to add some classes here. So for the top container, the class needs to be, okay, let's scroll down in advanced here. Scroll down more. And here you guys can see the CSS classes option. Let's type mtw dash site menu area. Okay. Now for the logo, this image, the CSS class needs to be mdw hide on scroll, and we need to add dash in between them. Okay, now for the container here, for the button container, mdw side menu button. Okay, let's add the class here. mdw side menu button. Okay, now we need to add class for this container. The class needs to be mdw side menu. Okay, and for the social icon, the class needs to be mdw side menu and social. Okay, for the social icon here, we need to change the color. We will go to style here and the text color needs to be black. Now what else we can do is, here you guys can see one button. We need to duplicate this button here, so let's duplicate it. Okay, all you need to do is we need to change the color here. So Let's go to style here first and change the color. Instead of green, we need it to be black. Okay, and oops. Instead of black, we want it to be green. Let's change the text for this button here. Okay. Instead of menu, we want it to be close. Okay, now you guys can see that when I preview this is how it looks. It's not working properly. This is because we need to add a custom code here. So for that purpose, let's open the dashboard again here. So let's open the dashboard. Click Elementor here. Click custom code here. Custom code. And here we need to add a new custom code. Let's name it as animated site menu. And let's place the code here. I'll mention the code in the description as well so that you guys can copy paste it. Okay, so the code is pasted. It's a big code, but don't worry, I'll provide all the codes here. Now click publish here and let's include it to entire site, save and close. Now let's preview how my animated site menu looks. Let's see the difference now. Now you guys can see we are getting a menu option. When I click, here is the close option. Everything is working perfectly fine. Now this is because of the custom code which we have added. Okay, so this is perfectly fine. You can do the changes the way you want. Okay, now I'll place this header on a page so that you guys can see how it looks. Okay, from here in settings, I have added a preview setting here. Okay, you guys can do it, and this is how my look. This is just a dummy template which I have made. This is the final look of my animated site menu. You guys can have a look. Everything is working perfectly fine. It's very smooth. Okay, so if you want to make more such videos, please don't forget to subscribe my channel, hit the like button and comment below so that I can make more such videos for you.